Rams Live. Hope everybody's having a good time out there. We are for kickoff. We're here to kind of entertain you for a bit. Kind of like last week, the football. So did we. We went over game tape from what happened. Made some adjustments. So more prime location. Hope you all enjoy that. You might notice my bestie, Ruby Kaiser, is not here. She's on assignment. She had a previous engagement, but she will return. But filling in quite aptly for her is Leah Kikowski. Welcome, Leah.
Thank you, Mike. You know, going to be big shoes to fill. Ruby Kaiser is the woman of CSU, but you are the guy of CSU. I would not want to spend my college football Saturday anywhere else and talking all things CSU. So super happy to be here today.
Well, it's nice to have you out there. We're celebrating a lot this week, so we're going to talk about Staff and Faculty Appreciation Day. It is also Young Alumni Week, Band and Spirit Day, so there's a lot going on that's surrounding the football game. And speaking of young alumni, that's you now. How does that feel?
That's crazy to even think about. I mean, it's the first fall I've never gone to school in my life, so I still wake up at 8 a.m. thinking I have class, but yeah, young alumni of CSU. I finally got my little sticker that I can put on my car. It's great to be back here and seeing a lot of people that obviously I still graduated with. You know, May wasn't too long ago, so good to be back up here and seeing how many people from my graduating class still came out up today. So
yeah, just so everybody knows, there's already been about 45 people that have come and waved and yelled at Leah. They know who she is. She's still very popular around here. So speaking of it being Faculty and Staff Appreciation Day, who are the mentors that you had on campus, the faculty that really kind of paved your way into what you're doing these days?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, too many to count. The first person that comes to mind is absolutely Sarah Pooler. She was one of the first people I met here on campus with CSU, and she did everything in her career. She was doing hard news journalism. She used to run with Bill Clinton on his jogs in the morning, so she knows everything about the business. So it was really good to have her as a mentor and really help me in the early days, because I came in here having no clue how to hold a microphone, write a script, be on camera, and I owe so much of that to Sarah Pooler. Another one, obviously, Ruby Kaiser, that we were just talking about. You know, she's helped me get here today, helped me with an internship I had over the summer with the Northern Colorado Owls, and of course, Jenny Kavnar. I mean, she's the reason I'm doing this. You've gotten to know Jenny extremely well over your time here. She's an incredible woman in paving the way. And yeah, I would definitely say Daryl Blair as well, big sports guy, breathe CSU, and probably my co-anchor, Mike Walsh and Ella Fredrickson from CTV, just faculty, staff, all of those people have really helped me throughout the way.
I've known Daryl Blair a long time. You just inflated his ego 300-fold by just mentioning him. But you have done a lot already since you've been gone. You've worked with a couple different teams, one of them being the Denver Nuggets. Can you tell us about your experiences that you've had so far? Like you said, you just graduated in May.
Yeah, my biggest thing that I did here with CSU is definitely CTV Channel 11, which is our student-ran TV program that we hear at Colorado State. And I started right away my freshman year because Jenny Kavnar did CTV, so I was like, I'm jumping right into that. And I did pretty much everything involved with sports my freshman to senior year. You know, got a lot of coverage with our men's basketball team. That's kind of what I specialized in. Got to see you at March Madness, Mountain West tournament. Got to travel with that. Got to get to know some players by working with the team. I was actually an equipment manager, which is not at all related to broadcast, but definitely that's a grind. So shout out equipment managers. Parker Teff is leading the way over there right now, and that's kind of where I started with CSU, and then that led me to where I'm at right now. Yeah, hosting for the Denver Nuggets as their in-arena host.
How's game day like for you, working for the Denver Nuggets?
It's, imagine walking into Moby, but you can't see the people because of how much bigger it is. You know, it's definitely on a larger scale, but in the best way. My first day definitely was like, oh my gosh, it's crazy, but it's so many moving parts. Like, I have an earpiece in, a million different things are happening in a minute. It could be, we're supposed to be live in 5 seconds, and then nothing is working, or it's like we're going to a different location, but it's all fun and chaos. I have a co-host, and pretty much we both tag team the entire thing together. It's all fan interaction. Like, some days I might be yelling at Rocky to climb the arena. Some days I'm gonna grab you, Mike, and say, okay, you're gonna go do this and win this prize. Like, it's so different every day, and just being on like a larger scale because everyone is watching you, like, and so knowing, like, getting that out of your brain was definitely an adjustment, but it's just fun and chaos, and I love it.
That's why I find it to be so much safer behind a keyboard. I never have to run up any arena stairs. Nobody has to bug me about anything. Activity's starting to pick up here. The tailgate's filling in.
Yeah.
It's been kind of nice. What's it like for you coming back to campus? Does it actually feel any different?
Kind of. I think when I came for the home opener a couple weeks ago, I was like, wow, this is the first time I'm not at my house getting ready with my roommates and having a normal game day routine. Like, I'm hanging out with my parents and our family friends and doing kind of more of like a laid back thing, but it's all the same. It's still Fort Collins, it's still CSU, and honestly, I think I appreciate it more now because it's like I got to experience so many great memories and times. Like, the Rocky Mountain Showdown last year was amazing, and now I can kind of sit back and enjoy it a little bit more too.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a full show for you today.
Sure.
We will later on be talking to Provost and Executive Vice President Marian Underwood. She's going to join us. Mm-hmm. We'll have a game preview with the voice of the Rams, Brian Roth. We're going to have visits, which will happen every time we're out here, with the Director of Athletics, John Weber, and President Amy Parsons. And this week, we're going to be joined by women's golf coach, Laura Selig. So we've got a lot to look forward to. You got your questions ready to go?
Oh, I'm ready. I mean, I love doing this kind of stuff, so I'm ready. We're doing it.
Yeah. What's your first thing you want to ask President Amy Parsons?
How does she look so good all the time? That's what I want to know from Amy Parsons, is how is she always so put together?
So look at that. You've already got young fans.
Oh, there we go. Young Rams. They're going to be young alums one day, too.
I love this new location that we have because we are going to be closer to the Ram Walk. Last week, we basically missed it. This week, we're actually going to send Leah out there so she can basically walk Cam. Are you going to try and get a selfie with Cam?
I'm going to do it. Hopefully I'll get to maybe talk to some of you guys out here too, see how the day's been going by, and maybe not get ran over by marching band. That would be really nice. But yeah, be in the thicker of Ram Walk. I'm excited.
Well, it's Band and Spirit Day, so can you grab pom-poms? You can do that.
Yes.
Can you grab a trombone and play it as well?
I will do my best. I will absolutely do my best, and I might just pretend like I'm playing, but not actually play. I'm not very musically talented like that, but I bet you could.
No. The last thing I played, 3rd grade, everybody in Colorado that went to school here knows you played the recorder, and the first thing you played was Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Hot Cross Buns.
Hot Cross Buns, that's a good one too.
Yep.
I could not play it.
Yeah.
I could not play it. So, Leah, what's striking you about today so far and getting up on the stage and seeing what's going on around here?
Well, like you said, I think it's just all the young fans that we have here. I just saw some little kiddos walking around, and they're excited to be here. They are wearing jerseys. They are decked out in CSU gear. That's really exciting for me. And this early on in the season, we're still non-conference, and we have so many people showing up today that want to pack campus and genuinely just want to be here. It's positive energy. Everyone's walking by. It's all good. And I think, especially having that bye week, people are even more excited to be back here. So I feel that, especially not being a part of game day like I used to be anymore as I did. So
it was kind of an interesting dynamic. This is the second straight year CSU's had 2 bye weeks.
Yeah.
One came really early. This time in September, kind of splits up non-conference. Then you're going to get one about 8 games in the season to really set up the Final Four. So now that you're here, you were here last time. You watched it. What do you think of our logo? Because our man, Jaron Fritz, here really worked hard on coming up with this logo.
I mean, I love it. I don't know why I don't have a sticker yet or something for my water bottle or keychains or a million other things of merch. So, because I think that's a winning logo right there.
Okay. I don't know. Jaron, are we on stickers? Can we get stickers?
Okay, he just said he's on it.
Sounds good.
He heard the people.
Yeah. So, no, this is an interesting crowd. You got a lot of fans. I see some former players standing out here waiting for Ram Walk to start. When you were working as a reporter for CTV, did you cover Ram Walk?
We honestly, not enough. Not really. We would do kind of more just talking to fans during the day, but we really missed out on the Ram Walk opportunity to really be in it. So yeah, no, today's my first day. I'm really covering it, so I'm excited about that.
Are you excited or nervous about standing in the middle of the street while the band and everybody comes by?
Well, here's the thing, Mike. I think, like I said, being an equipment manager for men's basketball and constantly getting hit in the head with the basketball all the time, so people running at you and running, I think it'll be a piece of cake. I'm ready.
All right, we're going to take a break real quick, and then when we come back, Leah will be playing in traffic. Thank you very much.
Well, welcome back to Rams Live. We just had President Amy Parsons walk by. Don't worry, she's joining us later today, so we'll have her on this amazing show. But Rams, you can see there are people lining up down Meridian right here because we're about to have Ram Walk happen today. We have cheer, we have marching band. It is Spirit and Band Day. We're going to have the football team come down as well as coaches, so we got a lot of things happening with this Ram Walk. I mean, personally, I am now a Colorado State alumni. Ram Walk has always been one of my favorite traditions because it gives fans a chance to talk to players and coaches and just see the entire thing happening. I mean, again, no promises talking to anyone specifically, but just being able to be interactive and see the whole thing before the game goes on, just about 2 hours before tip-off, or kickoff, I should say. Sorry, my basketball brain is always starting. But yeah, about kickoff in about 2 hours today. And it's going to be really exciting. I think we got to see marching band is a little bit down there. If you look a little past that way, you'll see them start getting going. But I mean, Ram fans over here, are we excited? Make some noise, yeah? Okay, that's right. Me and Mike, my co-host right here. Again, we are going to be covering a lot of things today. We have plenty of visits, and I see some 2 young fans. Oh my gosh, what are both of your names?
I'm Ben. I'm Tucker.
Ben and Tucker, how on a scale of 1 to 10, how big of Ram fans are you, do you think, you have to say?
I think I'm around an 8.
An 8, okay. What about you, Tucker?
Same thing as him.
Okay, an 8. I think today we're going to get it up to a 10 because they're going to see some awesome things happen in Campus Stadium today. Do either of you have a favorite player or team that you can think of for CSU? Not yet? Not yet. Well, you're going to get to think of them. What's been your favorite part of today so far? What's been the coolest part of your day?
I don't really know.
You don't know? What? I mean,
Getting the Coke.
I was going to say, what kind of flavor is that? I've never seen that before.
Or it's orange cream. I've never tried it.
Oh, okay. Well, how do you like that on a scale of 1 to 10? What is it?
10.
So, okay, Ram fans, they like the soda more than they like CSU right now. So we need to get that fixed. But clearly they are Ram fans. He's repping the jersey right here. And you know what? It's going to be a great day in Ram country. Have you been to a CSU football game before?
Yeah, a lot of times. Yeah, a bunch.
Do you have a favorite one of those?
Except for this one, since I get a lot of candy.
Oh, a lot of candy. I mean, so pretty much they love all of them, and we're going to get their level up to a 10 today of loving Colorado State University. Well, guys, you two are awesome. You guys got to go and make sure you see this Ram Walk because it's about to get started. We're going to take a quick break, but we will be right back.
Welcome back to Rams Live. We are joined now by Provost and Executive Vice President Marian Underwood. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
How are you enjoying the game day experience so far?
Oh, it's great. I love game day at Colorado State.
One of the things that strikes me about you is where you went to school, Wellesley College. You went to Duke.
Yeah.
You've worked at multiple stops before you came to Colorado State. So I'm curious, how did those experiences impact the work that you do here as the Provost?
Sure. Well, I think I learned a lot from everywhere I've ever been. Wellesley College was a great place to get an undergraduate education, showed me the importance of research, but no athletics. So it was super fun to land at Duke University, where there was a lot of university athletics and enjoyed the community that built. Then I started my career at places that really did not have D1 athletics, Reed College, University of Texas at Dallas. So when I landed at Purdue, then I saw what big-time athletics could do to bring a university together. I've learned so much from everywhere I've ever been and really thankful for the opportunities that I've had.
Thinking about you go back on all those experiences, when you can reflect on those, what is it that makes Colorado State special in your eyes?
Oh, there's so much I could say about that. I mean, Colorado State is an amazing university on the rise, so much excellence, outstanding academic programs, real emphasis on student success, phenomenal research enterprise, and then the most caring community of faculty and staff you will ever find. I mean, the people here are just amazing.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. Speaking of it being faculty and staff day, kind of just reflect what really stands out with this staff to shape and mold young alumni like me. What do you see in that with them?
You know, the staff at Colorado State are all so devoted to our primary missions. They understand that everything they do serves our most important goals, you know, student success, academic excellence, our impact around the state. All of that happens because of the outstanding staff we have at all levels of the university.
How do you see like students responding to that? Like when you're on campus, what kind of energy do you see between like students and faculty if you ever walked into a classroom, something like that?
I think students understand that the faculty and staff here care deeply about their success, that they are invested in doing everything they can to help all students here thrive.
Absolutely, and you said obviously we are a great research institution. You're getting lots of waves. There's President Amy Parsons again.
Hello.
She's back during our Ram Walk right here. But what kind of research is taking place on campus right now that you're excited about?
Oh my goodness, there's so much exciting research and scholarship and artistry in all the colleges. It's really hard to pick. But some of what I think makes CSU really special is our expertise in sustainability and climate. We have fantastic expertise in One Health, how animals and human health affect each other. And then we have amazing expertise in democracy. So, you know, it's hard to pick. There's wonderful work going on everywhere, but that's, I think, what makes us really special.
Does every now and then something catch you by surprise? So I've worked on a couple stories. I got to meet Dr. Kim Mueller, the research that she's doing that affects cystic fibrosis, and of course the Norvells heard about that.
Yep.
Do you ever get caught off guard by things that you hear that are actually happening here on Colorado State?
You know, honestly, it happens almost every day. I mean, any time I get to learn more about an individual faculty member's research program, I'm blown away by the impact it has and by the work they do and the difference it makes for the state, for the community, and for the world.
So we got the cheerleaders here behind us right now,
right,
and
go
it is
ahead.
Spirit and Band Day. So how impressive is this group, and how much energy do they bring to Colorado State?
It's fantastic, and you all are athletes, and I love to watch you.
And if Bella's not careful, I'm going to make her sing for us too. You got a song?
What do you need, my microphone?
She has belted out the national anthem quite impressively at multiple events at Colorado State.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Right.
Were you in Moby for that volleyball game where the mic didn't work? I was. You showed incredible poise. I was so proud of you. And what a moment that was. Did you
Yeah.
hear what happened?
Yes.
The mic didn't work, and the
Yeah.
whole crowd started belting out the national anthem a cappella one day after a really unfortunate event on a college campus. It made you feel great about the country. So I'm sorry your mic didn't work, but it was a beautiful moment. It would give a person chills. It was really great.
Well, Marian, thank you for joining us.
My
Cheerle-
pleasure.
Thank you all for joining us
Go
too.
Rams.
We'll be right
Thank
back
you.
here after a quick break.
Thank you very much.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to Rams Live. For this segment, we're going to bring onto the stage the voice of the Rams, Brian Roth. Brian, thanks for joining us again.
Yeah, great to be here, man. What another great game day atmosphere here, guys. It's awesome. Ram fans everywhere. See some storm clouds over there. I'm gonna hope to steer clear of those, but hey, let's go. College football Saturday night in Fort Collins.
I've heard 5 to 7% chance of rain around game time, but not very long.
Right.
But nice to see a young alumni like Leah join us back on stage.
Yes.
It's so good to see you, Brian. Oh my gosh.
I appreciate you're doing a great job so far here tonight.
Oh, thanks. I mean, shoot, I remember meeting you my freshman year, and just like, you probably were like, oh yeah, nice to meet you, and it's so cool to have this relationship all these years now,
Yes.
4 years getting to know you, so it's awesome
And here
to see
you
ya.
are now, a college graduate.
So weird.
Congratulations. And I was at a couple of the Avs and Nuggets, or the I should say the Nuggets playoff
Yeah.
games, and saw you down there. So congratulations on your career so far, off to a great start.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, we got a lot going on tonight, though. I mean, again, we learned a lot in the last few games. What are you most looking for going into the game tonight, especially off the bye week today?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think all Ram fans are looking for this Colorado State offense to kind of get going, right? And it's something we saw in the first half of the Washington game. Scored 21 points and then didn't score another point for a full 4 quarters, right?
Yeah.
And so I think Ram fans are looking for this offense and the quarterback, Braden Fowler-Nicolosi, to get going here this evening, because what we do know about UTSA is they're a very good offense. They're an experienced offense. They have an experienced quarterback. They have the leading rusher in the nation, who's a big play threat. They're going to score points here today. The question is, can the Rams score points? And I think they can. And obviously, last week they couldn't get out of their own way with the 5 turnovers. And I think only the third FBS team to win a game in the last 3 years that when you've committed 5 turnovers in a game. So, look, I'm looking for this Ram offense to get on track here tonight.
Yeah, to you, what's the key to doing that? Because we've seen some spurts in the run game. I think the offensive line has played a lot better than maybe some people thought it was going to be, considering you're replacing so many starters. But what's the key to getting that offense going in your eyes?
I'm going to go with the passing game again, Mike, because, look, this is a UTSA defense that gives up well over 400 yards per game, but only 103 yards on the ground. And it's not like UTSA's had big leads on people and teams were forced to pass on them. No, it's really kind of been the opposite. Where, I mean, they were down against Texas A&M. They were kind of in a shootout against Texas State, and then they were up the entire game against Incarnate Word. But this is a team in UTSA that has given up a ton of passing yards, over 300 passing yards. They're one of the worst pass defenses in the nation. So the key for me is I'm confident in the run game. I like the way the offensive line is coming around. I love the stable of running backs. Can you pass the ball with efficiency, right? You got to pass the ball with efficiency, and then can you have some big plays in the pass game? And we haven't seen the efficiency yet in the pass game, and really haven't, for all intents and purposes, seen any explosive plays, maybe outside the third quarter touchdown at Washington to Jackson Warren.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's been stunning to me. I don't know if it is to you. I mean, the last couple of years where Braden was a starter, he's been completing 62% of his passes. This year it's down almost 10%. He's just been a little bit off. You hope you bring back a third-year starter. Those things aren't going to happen. You're also hoping right now that that's just a blip on the screen. He returns to an accuracy level where he's been the past couple of years.
Yeah, and I talked to Coach Norvell, and I know you've talked to him all week, but on Wednesday night at our coaches show at CBM Pods, he said, look, I said, how do you get the pass game back going? And you had a bye week to try to get it back on track. And he said, we just have simplified a ton of stuff, which is kind of strange for him to say when you have a quarterback that'll be making his 28th career start, right? Usually you'd say that for a first-year starter. But he said, we are simplifying stuff on offense. We want our guys to play fast offensively in the pass game, and we'll see if it pays off here tonight. But, yeah, I mean, listen, Braden Fowler-Nicolosi is going to be the key. Get back, get early completions in this game, because I think Mike, like in the first 2 games, he's opened up 2 of 7, 2 of 8 passing, and then, the confidence kind of starts to waver a little bit. Get some easy throws, get him going early, go 4 of 4, 4 of 5, and try to get that pass game on track.
Right, and like you said, I think starting early is a huge, huge part of this game. UTSA is going to jump on really early too. But in terms of this game, obviously, they got rest early with the bye week last week. How important is this one? Like, how badly do the Rams need this one to move forward, facing tough opponents in conference coming up?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Ram fans have high expectations for this 2025 season, right? I mean, they just do. And rightfully so. You won 8 games last year. You're number 4 with this coaching staff. And I think Ram Nation has a collective belief that you should beat a UTSA team at home in year 4 coming off an 8-win season. Now, I know the transfer portal, NIL, has changed things, and teams turn over so much these days. But I think that's what Ram fans are expecting. This is a massive game for Colorado State. It really is. Now, it's not the end-all, be-all. If you don't come out and win the game tonight, it's not like the season's over. Let's pack it up and forfeit the rest of the games, right? But this is a big game to get back on track and put a collective confidence back into the fan base. And so, I mean, this is big. Washington State next week is big. You win these 2 games, right? All of a sudden, you're 3-1 in your non-conference. You're going to a winnable game at San Diego State to open up conference play, coming home against a pretty good Fresno team the week after. So, yes, you win tonight. I think Ram Nation will be feeling a lot better. Win against Washington State next week, and everybody will be saying, okay, we might have something here this year. And look, you don't have to do it with style, but wouldn't hurt.
Hey, you and I talked about this earlier. You look at these next 2 games. Tonight's game with UTSA, next week with Washington State. They're going to be a conference foe next year. These are your peer teams. This is what you really need to be measured up against. These are big games for that reason, are they not?
Yeah, no, there's no question. I mean, and again, it's not a Washington State team that was where it was a couple of years ago. Obviously, they have had mass exodus, and now, as you mentioned, they're a peer team. Be sharing the same conference with them next year. And then, UTSA is a team in the America that you have better facilities, better funding, better backing from the administration. And that's not to take anything away from UTSA because they've done a great job. This is just the 15th year that they've had that football program at UTSA, and what their head coach Jeff Traylor has been able to do. 5 bowl games in the last 5 years, 2 double-figure wins. They had an 11-win season, a 12-win season. So this is a good UTSA program coming in here. But I think in year 4 of their coaching staff, you're hoping and you're expecting to win a game against UTSA on your home turf on a Saturday night where there should be a pretty good crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, they have one of the best rushing games in the country as well, one of the best rushing players. So, again, you mentioned offense before and getting the passing game early, and you touched on defense, but how important is defense really going to be against a team who does let up a lot of points as well? So what do you think about that? Yeah,
no question. I mean, look, the defense, and I think what kind of got lost last week, and I said it on my podcast, was that I think Ram fans were a little stunned that they needed a last-second touchdown to pull out that game against UNC. And yeah, the Rams didn't necessarily get home to the quarterback in that game, but you look at the final numbers. I mean, they held UNC to 260 yards, right, or 223 yards, held them to 60 yards rushing, right? You held them to 3 of 14 on 3rd downs. The defense last week came out and did their job, got put in some very tough situations, and were able to hold and bow their back. Now, they made way too many mistakes with penalties. I mean, jumping off sides, obviously a roughing the passer call on the final UNC drive. But think about this with that defense. Colorado State's going down the field, down in that game, 17-14, and you fumble the ball and turn it over the 5th time, and there's like 4.5 minutes to go in that game. And, I mean, I was thinking to myself, oh, my gosh, this thing just wasn't meant to be. Just the football gods have said, we are not going to win this football game. It was just written in stone. But what did the defense come out and do? And the most pivotal defensive stand, they forced a 3 and out. And not only they forced a 3 and out, they did it with 90 seconds coming off the clock. UNC forced a punt, and then the offense came through with a game-winning drive. So I think the defense played well last week, as you would expect them to do against a team like UNC from the FCS. But this is not UNC rolling in here tonight. It's a very accomplished UTSA offense. Defense is going to have to come up with some big plays.
Yeah, because if you think about it, we all know, and I bet your radio buddy, Ricky Brewer, will tell you this, nothing a defense hates more than sudden change. They were put in that situation 5 times. The muff punt, to hold them to a field goal in that situation when it was inside the 20, I really think Tyson Summers has got something going on with that unit, and it's only 2 weeks in for a group that's new.
Yep, no question. And I love the aggressive nature so far. Now, the flip side with the aggressive nature of a defense is you're prone to giving up big plays. Hey, Robert Henry Jr., the running back, has had 3 runs this year for touchdowns of 74, 75, and 75. You don't want to give up that. But I do like the attitude, the spiciness that this defense has come out and played with so far here this year. And you're going to need them to play well. Now, you don't have to shut them down. You don't have to hold UTSA to 10, 13 points here tonight. But you would love to hold them 21, 24 points. And if you do that, your offense should be able to give you enough to win this game.
Thank you for joining us, Brian. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with you at the Rams Live here in a couple minutes.
Welcome back from the break, Ram fans. In this edition of Rams Live, Mike and I are joined by a very special guest. Director of Athletics, John Weber, is with us today. How you doing, John? How's it been so far today?
I'm doing great. We got a great crowd out here. We've got an evening game. You know, and anytime that we can play under the lights is going to be a really special time. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, obviously we've had a little bit of a break. CSU was on a bye week last week, but going back to Ag Day, what did you notice? What was the energy and environment like on that first game?
Oh, and energy was fantastic. We had almost 16,000 students in the stands.
Yeah.
You know, set a record for a football game for student participation. I think we're going to have 13,000 or so tonight as well. So having the students out there in just a sea of orange, and we had. I mean, the way that the tailgate was activated, it was a lot of fun a couple weeks ago.
I mean, yeah, you hit the nail on the head. I feel like student attendance has been so crucial. I've got, again, as a recent alumni, I've got to experience some awesome sold-out crowds, especially like last week. So how has that been like a factor of this season? How important is that creating the game day experience that we crave here up in Fort Collins?
Yeah, it gives our teams a competitive advantage. And not only are our students showing up for football, but they're showing up for volleyball too. We've had the last two games, we've had over 4,000 students at each of those games. So the student participation, the energy they bring, the entire crowd feeds off of it. So it's really important that we continue to see everyone show up.
Yeah.
It's the student section that really does bring the energy and the atmosphere. You look at our home record right now across sports. We're 8-2 at home. You know that makes a difference, doesn't it?
It absolutely makes a difference. And along those home game things, home game themes, what we're trying to do, especially in football, we're going to play 7 at home every year, as often as we possibly can, because it does make such a huge difference for our teams to be able to play in front of a home crowd.
You love the atmosphere. Today's also Band and Spirit Day. We have some of our best and brightest.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. How we doing?
Yeah. They're here to cheer you on, not us.
Yeah, there we go.
So, but they do. You love what Dawn does with her group and how they actually bring more energy to the crowd.
Well, no doubt. And I've talked with Dawn and her teams and our own teams as well about we all can make ourselves one score better on any given game. And what our cheer and Palms do, they absolutely get the crowd engaged and get them going, and I'm deeply appreciative of what they do.
What are you going to do today to make us one score better, John?
One score better, we're going to put as many people in that stadium as we possibly can and get them rowdy.
Very nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, fall is in full swing right now. Like you said, there's a lot of programs coming in hot. We have tennis starting up. Again, volleyball's in full swing, men's basketball and women's basketball is going to be coming up. So overall for this year, what are you looking forward to most, like interacting with these students and seeing these programs move forward?
Yeah, it's just anytime our teams compete in cross country's underway as well. We had our women's cross country team had a win today as well. So, really great stuff. So it's just it's an opportunity for our students to be out in front and compete in front of all of our fans, and it's an opportunity for all of our programs to engage with campus and engage with community. It's just, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
John, when you think about what all goes into game day, are you kind of amazed as you walk around campus and see everything and how it kind of comes together to make it a really great game day experience for our fans?
Yeah, it is a great game day experience, and we've got a heck of a team in our admin team. Really appreciative of them as well and all the work that they do. It is a full-time, all day, every day job to make sure that we're ready for a game day. And when we put on a football game, especially, the amount of effort that we put into that is it's amazing. We got a great team.
We do a lot on campus to help in the athletic department, the student athletes, but also this is a young alumni day, and you got one sitting right next to you.
Absolutely.
That's what you like to see, right? Is our alumni, whether they're student athletes or whether they're supporting student athletes like she did when she was with CTV, go off, find jobs, be successful, and represent Colorado State in the way that she's doing.
Absolutely, and then come back. It's so important for all of our alumni to come back and support our current students, and and there's just nothing like coming back home and coming back on campus and having the energy associated with that. It's a special place.
Well, and you make it very easy to want to come back. I mean, I worked for the men's basketball team under Coach Medved, and now Ali is stepping in. It's a great environment, and beyond even athletics, it's staff and faculty day as well here at Colorado State. So what really stands out to you with the faculty and staff and all the behind the scenes that goes into putting on a game day? Because it's more than one person. It's so many more moving parts, like you said.
It's a whole ton of people. And the thing that's really important for all of us to understand is that athletics is here to really market the university. We're very brand forward. That we exist to amplify what's going on from an academics perspective. We exist to amplify what's going on from a research perspective. And the more we win, the better job that we do at doing that. So we're really excited about being great partners on campus here.
Yeah, absolutely.
You did mention the cross country team, the success that they had today. Tennis is playing as well. You also are now the proud owner of the Golden Spike once again.
Again, yes.
You kind of like having those trophies around, don't you?
Yeah, I do. And anytime that we can put some hardware in the trophy case, that's a really, really good day. And when you can do that against our friends to the south, that's even a better day.
Friends to the south. That's a very nice way of putting that.
Correct. Yes.
That's really good. I like that. But you're also working the scheduling and things. You're talking about getting 7 home games in this place as often as you can. Sounds like a great idea. How hard is that as a director of athletics? Let's maybe get that pulled off.
Yeah, it is hard, but it's well worth the work. And anytime that we're doing that, as we're working through our schedule for the coming years, it takes a lot of coordination across a lot of different universities to make that happen. And it's something that a lot of universities are trying to do, is get to 7. And I think we're out in front of that train a little bit and doing a really good job of getting that done.
Just personal experience. Your favorite time for kickoff when you were a student here at CSU, does it match what your favorite kickoff time is as an athletic director?
Yeah, no. but that's okay.
Yeah, for different reasons.
Yeah, for different reasons, yes.
Okay. That we don't need to go into.
We do not need to talk about that today, no.
What are some things that are going on behind the scenes that you're kind of excited about that maybe you can share with us that you're working on?
So there's a lot that we're doing, and I would say one of the things that I'm most excited about is what we're doing to really support our student athletes, whether that's through nutrition, or whether that's through academic support, mental health support, training, strength and conditioning. We've really invested a lot in that over the last year and a half or so to really prepare our athletes as best as we possibly can for the classroom and for competition. So I think that's probably the thing I'm most proud of.
Do you have, I know again, as a former student, I always had favorite themes, and I've always been really curious. Like, I know obviously tonight necessarily isn't one, but is there a favorite theme that you look forward to every year going into football and going into Canvas Stadium? Like, what's your personal favorite one? I've always wondered.
My personal favorite, I will say Ag Day is a pretty special day. When the way that we activate that, and it's a whole campus activation. And when we pull that off, you see the sea of orange. It's unique. It's special. But I'll tell you, we got a special one coming up in November too, and that's all I'm going to say right now.
Okay.
This is the John Weber Tea special, like we saw with you. You like to do this on social media.
I do. Why
you
not?
like to let us know things are coming, but you don't want to tell us.
But
what.
I'm not going to tell you a thing.
I think I love your reels. He is the real guy. If you need someone to let you know some news, John Weber is your man
there you
on
go.
Instagram for CSU
I'll get
Athletics.
It done, yes.
Yeah, and I mean, I have a question for you as well. You were saying that you want to do a lot with student athletes and nutrition. That's a huge thing. But if you were to talk to somebody on the street, somebody completely random, and they had an interaction with a student athlete, what would you want them to say about our student athletes here on campus and what they represent in Fort Collins?
Yeah, you know what? I would say that all of our coaches do a phenomenal job of recruiting just great humans.
Yeah.
And all of our student athletes represent Colorado State extremely well. So I'm really proud of who we are and how we engage with the community. We got some really great folks here.
I mean, even like I said, I worked with the men's basketball team, and they welcome me with open arms. I've never been an equipment manager in my life. I didn't know how to rebound really that well. But again, it's like I think the culture and environment that we have here is definitely placed by leaders like you and Amy to make sure that coaches are making people even like me and student and equipment managers and reporters and everyone feel really welcome. So I agree with you. I think that's really special.
And you know what? We work on that a lot, making sure that we've got a focus on hospitality for all of our admin group, and it's the way that we engage with our alumni, with our fans, with our community. It's important to do it right.
Yep, I agree.
Ladies, we got about a minute before we got to let John go. So can you guys give us your favorite cheer as a sign off for Director of Athletics John Weber? Thank you, ladies. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with Rams Live.
Go Rams.